Okay, greetings, patriots, Starseeds, light workers, and of course our very brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we are in a worldwide and galactic revolution. Now, I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning because number one, I got weird hours, but number two, it's the only time I can do a video of my rooftop. That's when it's quite peaceful. There is still noise, but not as bad. Anyways, today I want to talk about the stolen identity. And we all have been living a lie. We all have illegal IDs on us, whether you carry it in your wallet or carry it in your purse, thinking that it is you in a way of a passport or a license, driver's license, or a healthcare card or whatever it may be. It is a lie, and it's not you. And what we need to do is first recognize that you are a sovereign living being. You are not a straw man, okay? And of course there was some wind out there some while back saying that Trump said that there's no more straw man in your IDs. Well, that's great, but that still doesn't take away the fact is that if we have no straw man anymore, why are we still carrying these false IDs on us? Why don't you issue us new IDs that will identify us as a sovereign living person? Okay, so there's a lot of rhetoric out there. There's a lot of shits out there saying that, yes, this will happen or this will not happen or whatever. I'm not going on that. I'm going on what our everyday reality is. Okay? Our everyday living reality is the fact is that we still have these false, illegal identities that we are carrying on us. You need these things to open up a bank account. This is why the bank is running a legal mock. You're running an illegal mock by even depositing your worthless fiat currency into that worthless mock bank that is an incorporation that you are not. They're trying to trap you from the day that you were born. They put your full name in capital letters in a box and registered you on some crazy numbers and trapped you. Isn't it time to maybe break that trap and open up those jaws and release your foot from this trap? I know it's not easy. I know it's not. It's very, very hard to always live with something, thinking that this is the way life is, and then find out that you've been living a lie the whole time. They've been lying to you your whole life too. Everything that you've done, that you've tried to follow the law and do all your best in life, pay your taxes, whatever, has all been a lie. They've stolen from you. And what I'm saying to you is that I know people, have no money now. There's a lot of people out there work paycheck to paycheck. But there is still things that you can do to stop this insane matrix that you surround yourself with. Okay? Now, you can keep your illegal IDs, but you need to start working on trying to find an ID that will give you a picture of yourself, and you can have, with no numbers, just maybe your date of birth if you want to put on it, or maybe just your email, that contact, and your phone number on that, with your Mary Jane Taylor, which is all capital with underscore or whatever you call it, capital M, lowercase, and then lower cases, right? You understand what I'm talking about. do an ID like that if you get stopped by the cops. Okay, you can say, okay, they'll ask you for your ID before they take it to their car and write you up a ticket or whatever they're going to do. Just say, hey, by the way, that's not me. And that'll confuse them. And they'll say, oh, well, who is it if it's not you? You'll just say, well, my name is John. They'll ask you, is your name, John, Paul Mackenzie? And you'll say, no, it's John. That's all. That's all you have to say. It's John. Then at that point, they'll say, okay, that's fine. They'll just take your card or take your license, and they'll go then they'll give you a ticket. When they bring you the ticket back, don't sign it. Just say, I'll be making an application to see you in court for this. Because the ticket and you and everything, I've got nothing to do with, because I'm a sovereign citizen. You are in a corporation, and you should not even be talking with me right now. And if you keep harassing me, I will sue you, and I will sue your bond that you have. And that should put them basically in a position to know that you're not fucking around with them no more. You, at that point, once you receive your ticket, you can go at your leisure, go over to, within 30 days, you can go over to the courthouse, any courthouse, locally, and make an affidavit up saying exactly what the situation is. And they will, set a date. And you ask the clerk there at that time to say, how long is this going to take to get this into court? And they'll say, well, 6, 8, 9 months, 10 months. So at that point, you don't have to pay, because now you've already got this affidavit in court, registered to go into court to battle it out with the black robes, right? What they will try to do is push it through without notifying you. And what you'd have to do on your affidavit is write in your phone number and your email, and that's and your name. Okay, but always remember upper and lower case on your name. Okay, and print upper lower case in your affidavit, so you know that you mean business. You're not going to put it all in capital letters, because that is basically a sign of submission. And you can do that with your mortgages. You can do, if you're behind in your mortgages, you can go and, if the bank is trying to come after you and they're going to try to get you in court, or your unpaid taxes on your properties, they're going to come after you. You can put your affidavit in court, because taxes are illegal, mortgages are illegal. The contract that you signed with them is illegal, because they have put all your full name on that contract in all capital letters. That's your straw man. You have millions, if not billions of dollars already in your trust account attached to your birth certificate, which is your straw man, which they have trapped you since birth. Since you registered that birth certificate, they have kept you in a trap. And you can pull money from that trap. You understand where I'm going with this? This is extremely important. If you want to start breaking out of the matrix, you got to start acting and playing the role of a sovereign living person. I do. I practice what I preach. Yes, I have a passport to massage their egos. Yes, I have a driver's license to massage their egos as well. But do I need them? No. Do I feel like that day having a little scrap with them? Sure, maybe, why not? Whatever. If not, I just give them that, show them the ID and say nothing and move on. But if they're trying to give you a ticket, never sign the ticket. if they're trying to take your house, never sign any documents, just do up an affidavit, get it into court, and then send that affidavit back to the bank, all along with your tax problems if you're having any or whatever. You're well within your rights. You see, the IRS or the CRA basically work within their law system, It's not the criminal code law system of the United States or Canada. And you can go to Kevin J. Johnson, and he would be more than happy to explain this, or just follow him, and he can explain that very thoroughly. But you want to do something, and do something quick. If you are getting heat from these clowns, then this is how you go about it. The best thing to do, yes, I understand that the court systems are corrupt and paid off and whatever they are, but they will try to keep you in that box. If you are in court, they'll try to, ask you if you understand. No, you don't understand what's going on here, because that's not me. I am, and that's why I'm saying you have to take moves to go get a proper picture ID. Now, you can go down and to, I think, the drugstore and get a picture ID, right? And get that picture ID, and before you laminate it, get a printing and print in your own information on that and laminate it and then stick it in your pocket. That's what I would do. And that's what, that's what I have done. But unfortunately, I lost my other wallet. Now I got to do this all over again, right? So, and I lost my other wallet because I was doing some boating and whatever, and it just slipped out of my back pocket into the water, gone. So anyways, it doesn't matter. But, that's what I'm saying is that, these are measures that you can take to protect yourself, your family, your children, whatever, to not be engaged in the sick, demented, inverted matrix that we live in. It's extremely important that we identify ourselves as a sovereign, private, person, rather than part of their corporation, because that's how they tie you to. That's how they take your money. They keep you in a trap, and they tax your straw man. They license it. They, make you go under their rules, which is all false and fakery. The whole thing's fakery. As long as you can go out there and live your life and not harm anybody, you're not breaking any law, including not paying your taxes, including not paying your mortgage, because they were the ones that put that false information in front of you to begin with. They were the ones that put that fraudulent paper for you to sign, and you signed it under false pretenses. What does that make that? Makes it a false document, makes it an illegal document. And that's why the property that you had intentions of trying to buy and that are being taxed on, if you own that property, why are you being taxed on it? Like, where's that money going? I don't get it. I know countries that don't have any taxes like that, and their countries are running fine. You see, Western society is a failed system. And do you want to be part of that failed system after all these years? Okay, first you have to identify the fact is that you are living a lie. Once you identify that, once you recognize that you're living a lie with your false ID and all your false bill payments and mortgages and car payments, all that bullshit's out the fucking window. I am not part of it, and I never will be a part of it. Not as long as I'm on this planet. And hopefully, this will all change very, very soon. Until then, you got to protect yourself. Bye for now.